Hello, everybody. My name is Emma Roberts, and I'm Associate Dean for Global Engagement at Liverpool John Moores University in Liverpool in the UK. It's my great pleasure to speak to you today. I had hoped, of course, to be with you in reality, but as you know, we're facing a terrible global pandemic at the moment, and so it's impossible for us all to travel. Still, technology means that we can be in good, clear communication. So I look forward to meeting you one day. Well, I'm absolutely delighted that Liverpool John Moores University and King Mongkut Institute of Technology at Ladkrabang in Bangkok have signed a Memorandum of Understanding. This Memorandum of Understanding was signed in March this year, 2020. And it has many aspects to us which will bring great joy and great fruitfulness to both our organisations. There are four main potential areas for collaboration. We're expecting LJMU to be the fifth partner in your international AIDT architecture programme. This will mean, very excitingly, that there's potential for LJMU staff to come to Thailand on perhaps a teaching exchange, and for staff from Thailand to come to Liverpool for the same reason. And also students will be able to do the same as part of their programme of studies, to travel to each other's countries and universities and experience the culture and the different teaching styles. So as well as this, there will be many non-curricular events that we can do together, such as sharing our degree shows, having a part, each of us, in our degree shows. And we can take part in each other's design workshops and lectures. We also expect that staff will work together on research projects. So this could mean creating design solutions in terms of actually designing architectural works, or writing journal articles together that are published internationally, or even presenting together at conferences. There are bound to be interesting sparks, interesting creative sparks that happen together when academics from two such interesting cultures work with each other. Speaking of how stimulatingly different our two cultures are, I wanted to show you a little bit more about Liverpool and the facilities that we have. So on the upper left-hand side, you can see the city centre and the waterfront. It's a most beautiful historic city that's always been internationally focused as an important port. It has a lot of wonderful traditional architecture and some exciting contemporary architecture too. On the bottom left-hand side, you can see the John Lennon Art and Design Building, which is the main place where the architecture programme runs at LJMU. And on the right-hand side, you can see some photos from the teaching activities that go on, some models that students have made in the upper right, and a photo of some students and their lecturer learning about 3D printing on the bottom right. Here's another image of the John Lennon Art and Design Building. Incidentally, I should tell you that that's named after John Lennon, the famous singer and musician from the Beatles. The Beatles were students at our Liverpool School of Art and Design in the 1950s. And so this is why we keep their name, or John Lennon's name, as a memento of him being our most famous alumnus. But behind the John Lennon building, which is the low white building on the bottom part of the photo, you can see behind it Liverpool Catholic Cathedral. The two buildings work together, and I suppose you could say they speak to one another in architectural terms. And if you're interested, there's a hyperlink at the bottom of this slide, which when opened will introduce you to this year's architecture degree show at LJMU. Whilst the global pandemic has been a terrible situation, one advantage in a way is that it's made us all work harder digitally and to communicate without being face to face. So this year, the degree show was totally online, And the good thing about that then is that you in Thailand can explore it at your leisure and see the works close up without having to make the long journey over to the city. And I wanted to let you know a little bit more about the team that you're working with. So on the right-hand side is Mr. Ian Root. He's the subject head for architecture at LJMU. In the centre, there's me, Emma Roberts, Associate Dean for Global Engagement. I speak regularly to Jan. And on the left-hand side is Dr. Ian Bennett, the International Partnerships Manager. He's the main link, really, between KMITL and LJMU. And I have a couple of messages now to relay to you. The first is from Professor Joe Yates, Pro Vice Chancellor at LJMU. So he wanted me to give to you a proper formal statement about his delight at the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. And he states, this new collaboration for LJMU with KMITL in Ladkrabang in Thailand is clear evidence of the forward-looking and internationally focused outlook of both our organisations. Next, I have a message from Professor Caroline Wilkinson, Director at the School of Art and Design at LJMU. She says, on behalf of Liverpool School of Art and Design, which was established in 1825 at LJMU, I'm delighted to welcome King Mongkut's Institute of Technology, Ladkrabang, as a collaborating organisation. She goes on to say, Liverpool School of Art and Design is a vibrant and inspirational creative art environment where students are encouraged to be innovative, exceptional and imaginative. Research is central to our school. We are also engaged with the local arts world and have developed rich cultural partnerships with a variety of institutions. As well as working locally, our school values greatly our international links, and it's a pleasure now to expand our links to KMITL. We hope to progress our relationship with KMITL in terms of academic teaching, research and staff collaborations. And so to conclude, I just wanted to heartily agree with statements that I've just given to you from both our Pro Vice Chancellor and the Director of the School of Architecture. And I wanted to thank you for listening to me today, and I look forward to many years of a great, fruitful partnership between KMITL and LJMU in Liverpool. Thank you.